Hello and welcome back, Shifu family. Today I would love to share with you guys the details step by step on how you can build a brand on Amazon and how you will be able to get it from starting to finish. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the step by step, also the timeline and how much it will cost you to actually get started, okay? And the reason why I do this type of video, because I do see that there's a lot of misinformation right now online, and I do hope that this video will be served as a guideline for you to navigate through this Wild West Amazon journey. Okay, so get your pen and paper started. If you need a coffee, get your coffee ready as well. Let's dive in. So just a little bit background. My name is Justin. I've been selling on Amazon since 2018. I invest over 6 figures to learn from different mentor of mine. Like my mentor Chung, he has done $15 million per year on Amazon and he sold his business for multiple 8-figure. I also invest into another mentor, Josh. He owned $100 million company, which is Snow. And I get to learn from the best of the best in the industry. And that allowed me to have the knowledge that I have now. And I do want to share with you so that you don't have to spend 6 figures and still learning and not having to fail too much, okay? So consider to subscribe and comment down below if you have any question. So number one, we're going to be using this Amazon private label Shifu War Map, okay? So this is onboarding. This is exactly the roadmap that I use for my student inside of my program, but let's just ignore the onboarding one, okay? So number one, we're going to talk about mindset and books. And why is it important? A lot of people, they are failing because they don't have the right mindset when they are approaching building a business. 7 out of 10 people fail because they have a 9-to-5 mindset. They have the instant gratification. They want to get paid every single month. Meanwhile, building your business, you may not get paid 6 months or maybe a year later. My first business, when I first started out, I didn't get paid until a year later. However, it's all be worth it if you wait for it. Because after that 1 year, after that, every single month I get paid, even if I work or I don't work, because the system has been built in my business. I have people that are working for me. I have Amazon that do all the fulfillment work. I have customers that I have been building relationship with through my brand. So now I am all set for maybe the next 5 to 10 years. And perhaps I can sold my business for multiple 7 and 8 figures. Okay. So mindset and books is important. And I do have a YouTube videos that will share with you the complete books that I would recommend to read so that you can get the right mindset in order to start this journey. So number 2, we're going to talk about product research. Why product research is so important? Because you don't want to pick a product that no one wants to buy. You don't want to pick a product that people would use and then it's broken. You don't want to pick a product that is only seasonal or trendy. Okay, let's say for example the fidget spinner is only climb up the demand like this and then it's tank. So you can only make money one time, but imagine if you miss that wave of opportunity, you will get stuck with the product, right? So I would recommend for the product research is about 1 month for you to get started. And I do recommend you to learn a lot regarding to psychology, how to make the product become the best offer, how to differentiate yourself from your competitor. If you want to break down step by step on the product research, I do have a tutorial that I can share with you. Make sure that you comment down and let me know if you wanted it so that I can make a tutorial for you guys. Okay, so the mindset and the books, I would recommend 1 month. The product research, another month, because with the product research, it's allow you to form a new habit, form a new psychology when it's look at how you can market this product, how you can bring this product to the market, etc. Okay, so step number 3 is product analysis and product validation. So for the student inside of our program, we do help them validate their products and help them analyzing the product at first so that we can kind of give them the way that we think so that they don't have to make the same mistake as I did or my mentor did. So in the past, I have lost over $15,000 of my own saving money from working as a nail tech over 6 months of my life, launching a product that was not selling well. So we're gonna giving you our analysis, our way of how we validate the product so that you don't have to make the same mistake as we do. And that is something that for the people that join into our program that they will receive. But for you, if you want to get your product validated, you can schedule a call with us. We do offer like a one complimentary call so that in some way I would help you, and I hope that would help you to get your journey started and running smoothly. Okay, so number 4 is product developments and differentiation. So after you get your product analyzed and validated by yourself or by our team, next is you will differentiate your products. So how do you differentiate your product? We're going to give a quick example here. Let's say for example, we are selling a toothbrush, and other competitor that you are competing with are selling the exact same toothbrush, right? So if you were to put yourself in the customer's shoe, it makes no sense for the customer to purchase your product. Meanwhile, the other competitor, they have ton of reviews, they have professional images, they have a brand that they have been building already. Meanwhile, you're a new guy. So how do we compensate for the things that we don't have, which is the reviews, the reputation that we just don't have? It's through bundling. It's by offering more. So if I were you selling that toothbrush, I would add on that tongue scraper. I could add on that extra toothpaste sample. It doesn't need to be full size, just enough so that a customer, when they put your product and your competitor product, they wanting to buy your product because they get more value for their money. And I want you to remember this, okay? Amazon is a flea market. So what is the concept of a flea market? Whoever offers the best offer would win the customer. I suggest you to watch Jeff Bezos in the early stage when he just founded Amazon. His fundamental of Amazon is make sure he offers the best price to the customer. So if you stick to that rule, you will make it on Amazon. So after you differentiate your product on number 4, we're going to move to number 5, which is product sourcing. Okay, meanings you're going to find a manufacturer overseas in China. So there are 2 ways. Number 1, you can go on Alibaba and source for the product by communicating with multiple manufacturers and pick the one that would offer the best product, have better communication with you, and who are always deliver their promises. Number 2 is you can source through a private sourcing agent. And inside of our program, we do providing connection with the people that we have worked with. So in the past, I have worked with over 100 of different sourcing agents. And I do get scammed in the past. But because I got scammed, that's allowed my student not to get scammed because I was able to vetting all of the sourcing agent and find a good one that are always deliver their promises. And so that it would help my student instead of have to communicate with 10 different manufacturers, they only have to work with one direct sourcing agent and have that sourcing agent to be the communicator with 10 different sourcing agents. And for you, when you first start out, I do recommend you to learn how to work with the manufacturer yourself, unless you have different businesses and you do want to fast track your journey, then you can go to a private sourcing agent. The only time that you need a private sourcing agent is if time is not your buddy. Let's say you have different businesses to run and you want people, you get used to hiring people for different tasks. That is when you can hire a sourcing agent. Second thing is, let's say if you are ready to scale, meanings you want to launch more than just one product and you don't want to sit there. Let's say one product, you're going to have to talk to 10 different manufacturers. Two product, 20 different manufacturers. Three product, 30 different manufacturers. So the sourcing agent would help you do all of that legwork for you. Okay? So only recommend it for if you don't have time but you have money, you don't have the you get used to working with other people, like delegating your tasks. That's when you can start working with a sourcing agent. And do consider that when working with a sourcing agent, they do charge a small fee of 1 to 3%. However, if they're able to help you bring the original cost down by 10%, you still pocket 7% of that difference. Okay? So it's the sourcing agent paying themselves when they lower the cost down by 10%. Now you earn 7% extra and they pay themselves with a 3%. Okay? Move on to the number 6. It's going to be after you communicate with the manufacturers, you're going to start ordering sample for your products. And when you're ordering sample, I want you to order from 3 different people, 3 different manufacturers. The reason why is when you order from 3 different manufacturers, you can test them side by side and see which one will work best, because now you have to focus on quality of the product, okay? You don't want to bring a product to Amazon warehouse, ship it to a customer home, and the customer using the product and then it's broken in 3 days or something. You would have to eat up a lot of that liability. So order 3 different sample from manufacturers and test out the one that has the best quality. And also make sure that after you test out, you're going to use these sample to start negotiating. Let's say if the sample has some defect or something like that, you can work with the manufacturer and say, hey, the product has some defect. I'm okay with it, but can you bring the price down just a little bit? So doing stage number 6, you can negotiate a little bit harder, okay, in sampling the product. I also recommend you to also order the sample from your competitor who already selling on Amazon, so that you can kind of copy what they're doing and see what they're offering, okay? And Amazon do offer a 30 days free return. So after you purchase your competitor's sample, feel free to return it back after 30 days. After you finish the, I would say, spying on your competitor, okay? So number 7 is after you finish number 6, ordering samples from your competitor and from your manufacturers. Number 7 going to be create a dummy listing. Why is it so important? Because you don't want to order a bunch of products and Amazon won't allow you to sell on Amazon. Okay? So what I want you to do is create an Amazon seller account. I do have a tutorial that you can check down in the comment tutorial, or check the product description, the video description. I would link a tutorial that will walk you through step by step, okay? So after you create the Seller Central account, next I want you to create a dummy listing. So what is a dummy listing? Basically, you are creating your product listing on Amazon first as a sample. What you want to do is you want to make sure that when you create a product listing, Amazon don't give you any hassle, and make sure that you convert your product listing from FBM to FBA, okay? Because we're going to use Amazon as a fulfillment method, and FBA stands for Fulfill by Amazon. So after you create a listing, and if Amazon don't give you any hassle, now you feel more safe to place a bulk sample from your manufacturer. So that will bring us to number 8, placing a bulk order from your manufacturer. So how does the payment structure works? Is at first you would deposit about 30% of your whole total value of that order. So let's say if you are ordering about $5,000 worth of products, it's going to be 30% of it as a down payment for the manufacturer to buy the raw material to start manufacturing the product for you. And after they finish the production, usually it will take about 25 days. Then you can send in an inspection company to go in, inspect the product quality, and then you can make the remaining payment so that they can now starting to ship the product to you. Okay, so we move to number 9, which is listing creation and apply for brand registry. So listing creation is basically if you shop on Amazon, you see the product that have photos, also the product description. We call the overall a listing, product listing. So what you want to do is you want to create beautiful images and also learn about psychology so that you can write a really compelling and bring out the emotion of the customer of why that product will serve them in their daily life, make them feel emotion. Because sales is not coming from technical, it came from emotion. So the more you can attract the customer to read your description and make them feel like how they can using your product and how it's going to help them remove the hassle in their life. That is how you can make sales on Amazon. And what beautiful about Amazon is you don't have to show your face. And that's why you would need to invest into product photography, okay? So at first, the product photography would help you to show the customer how they can use that product in their daily lives, okay? So next one is going to be apply for brand registry. If you don't know what brand registry is, so Amazon give a seller a privilege that, okay, let's say your brand, like let's say my brand is, let's say Justin Cow. I'm selling, let's say, a spoon. So this spoon has my brand on it, Justin Cow, right? So I apply to Amazon registry and now they approve it and they say, okay, so now Justin Cow has a brand on Amazon. Okay, and to do this, you will need a trademark. Okay, you will need a trademark, and I do recommend you to apply for IP Accelerator. What it does is Amazon would hook you up with a lawyer that could help you register for a trademark, and the privilege of enrolling that IP Accelerator program is that Amazon will get you early access to brand registry. On average, it will take other people about 6 months to 1 year, but for you, since you're following me and subscribe to my channel, that is the number 1 tip that would help you get brand registry in under 2 weeks instead of 6 months to 1 year. Okay? And you're going to be asking, what else? What are the benefits that brand registry would give you? So the other benefit is that you can get access to brand advertising, meaning you can run video advertising on Amazon platform. Meanwhile, other sellers, they cannot. You can create beautiful listing on the product description with more images rather than just 6 images. Meanwhile, other competitor or the seller, they don't get that privilege. So I highly recommend to invest into brand registry, and that would cost you maybe roughly about $12, sometimes $1,000, sometimes just a little bit more or less. Okay, you make sure you check out their website. I do include that link in the description for you so that you can check that out, get a quote, and I do recommend to shopping multiple lawyer on Amazon and see which one will work best with you through their communication. So after you have your listing creation, apply for brand registry, we're going to move to number 10. And if you're curious about how much it's going to cost, I'm going to do a breakdown cost later for you. Okay, so number 10, let's recap so far. Okay, we already found the products, We already developed the product so that we could beat out our competition. We already created dummy listing that allow us to sell on Amazon with the product that we're gonna bring into the market. We have placed a bulk order. We already have the inspection. We already paid the manufacturers already. So we're gonna bring it to number 9, which is we already created a listing on Amazon. Beautiful photo, beautiful images. And one last thing, by the way, invest into professional photography, because with those images, that's going to help you to convince the customer even more. Okay, so move on to number 10, creating a shipment to import product to Amazon warehouse. This one, so basically what you do is you're going to ask your manufacturer, say, hey, do you also handling shipment from your warehouse to Amazon US? Most of the time they will say yes. Okay, and I do recommend to just work directly with the manufacturers if it comes to the shipment, so that you can remove a lot of hassle. But I do recommend also to get a couple quote from other freight forwarder. It's just another term for shipper, but like for international shipper. Okay, get a couple more quote from other freight forwarder so that you can kind of shopping around on the pricing. And you can negotiate. You can negotiate with your manufacturer and say, hey, this guy right here is giving me this X amount of price. Can you match it? If they cannot, but if let's say if it's only about $100 more, it's fine. Remember, they help you remove the hassle from communicating 3 ways. Okay? So creating the shipment by talking to the manufacturer. If they said they have a freight forwarder, you're going to go to Amazon and then you're going to start creating a shipment. If you guys want a tutorial on it, I will make another tutorial. But just make sure that you comment down what type of tutorial that you guys want to see more, so that I can make sure that I can serve a lot of people, because I do run about 4 different companies at the moment. I do have my consulting business, which is Amazon Shoot Full Mentorship. I do have about 2 different brands that I'm running, and I'll also just invest into another brand. So I do have about 4 different businesses that I have to manage and help. So I would love to help you guys, but if you can do me a favor, comment down below what type of videos, what type of topic that you want to watch. That would help me to kind of curate and see how many people are needing this type of help, so that I can be more specific and serve more of you guys. Okay, so go back to number 10. After you have your listing created inside of Amazon Seller Central, Amazon will assign you a specific warehouse. They're going to give you the whole addresses that you can send it to your manufacturer, and then they're going to do everything for you. Meanwhile, you just have to sit in your home and coordinating. Okay, so number 11, while you're waiting for your product to be shipped to Amazon, we're going to do gathering reviews and social proof. It's important because when you launch a product, nobody knows about your brand. So how do you help customer make a buying decision? Is through the initial reviews. So what you can do is you can ask friends and families to help you buy the product and leaving the reviews. Okay, one tip that I want you to pay attention to is, this is the exact same mistake that I made before that got all of my review wiped out, is that do not asking friends and family that have used your Wi-Fi before, because Amazon, they can track your Wi-Fi and who have used it. So let's say if I'm using my current Wi-Fi and I'm asking our friends who have used my Wi-Fi before to buy my products and leave a reviews, Amazon will catch up to that, and they're gonna wipe all of your reviews and you're gonna get F up. You don't want that. Okay, learn from my mistake so that you don't have to pay a big prices. Okay, so move on to number 12. We do have PPC and pay ad. Okay, so with PPC, basically it means pay per click. what you do is you pretty much pay Amazon to advertising your product, show your product in front of the customer for you. And when you get to show your product in front of the customer, if you do the product development right with more added items, when Amazon show your product, let's say right here, and then your competitor right here. Remember the toothbrush example that I shared with you? This guy only selling a toothbrush, even though he has a lot of reviews, right? You are a new guy. You have a toothbrush, you have a tongue scraper, you have that extra toothpaste. So now you pay Amazon to push you in the front. And if the customer see your product and another product side by side, most of the time they are more likely to go for the product that have more for their money. Okay, keep that in mind. That's important. Okay, so pay-per-click. This one is like a really, I would say, advertising on Amazon. It is like a really deep dive into like the whole world of Amazon advertising. So it's because this video already 26 minutes long. I do not want to add on too much, but if you guys need like a tutorial on it, comment down below. I'd be happy to help. Okay, so PPC, and for pay ad would include Facebook advertising, Google advertising, and many other like marketplace advertising. But my recommend at first just gonna be PPC. Okay. Also, we have influencer marketing. So inside of our program, our student, we do share with them the detail on how to run PPC, learn from our mistake, and also they able to learn about influencer marketing, how to properly working with an influencer marketing. And we do have different agency that we have vetted and work with so that they don't have to go through the same, I would say, trial and error like we did before. So if you do want to like understand more about what we could help you, we do have an application that you could apply to, because we do only take about 6 students per month to 7 students per month at the moment. So we do asking to get people to apply, and we're going to start interviewing you to see if you can be a good fit. But on that call, we're going to be giving you a lot more information about all the detail, even further if you have any question. Okay, so move on to number 13 is listing and PPC optimization. So what is optimization? Pretty much when you first start out advertising, you're going to be spending a lot of money. So you will start to look at which campaign that is running money without making a lot of sales. That's when you can start cutting it. Okay, we're going to optimize the marketing, and also we're going to look at the images and the copywriting. Is the current images and copywriting that we use can help the customer to purchase our product? Because those images, it could eventually double your sales and triple your sales. So if you need an audit on your current listing, we do offer a free one-time audit for you to kind of help you look through your listing to see what's going on, why you're not making money, why your campaign is not running as efficient as it should be. And this is free of charge for you. Okay, the reason why is I just want to help. Okay, so if you need that, we do, just comment down below, and then we're going to send you a link so that you can book a call with us on the audit. All right, so move on to 14. It's going to be product improvement and restock. Pretty much after, if you do everything right from 1 to 13, now you should have a business that would generating you money. Okay, so let me show you this. So this is one of the business that I have. I sold one of my company last year already. So now this is another brand that I built. So this brand is making about $1.7 million right now. You can see the number, right? 1772M. And this is after you successfully complete step 1 to 13, you should have a business that can be running on autopilot for you. So that would allow you to be travel, to spend time the way you wanted it, and you only need to work maybe 1 to 2 hours a day, or maybe less, because everything has been systemized. You have people, Amazon working for you. all the campaign is running autopilot. All the video and images that you have taken before, it's all there working for you. Okay, so after you sold out, you can restock. And here's one tip that I want to share with you is that a lot of new sellers, they don't know whether or not if their product is a good hit or not. Usually after the first month, you would know right away. If your product sold out on the first month, that is a hit. You should reorder. Okay, and if you are hesitant whether or not, if you don't know if your product is a hot selling, just reach out. I'll be happy to help. Okay, so number 15, again, continue to gathering reviews and social proof while your product is restocked, while your product is being improved, so that you can stay competitive with your competitor. Okay, number 16 is system building and team building. So once you're able to have some positive cash flow, that is when you can start hiring people to do product research for you. You can start hiring people to create listing images for you, to do the PPC for you, or you can also work with different agency. Okay, so for us, we do work with agency, but we also have an in-house teams that we work with. Okay, so it's really come down to like your preference. So number 17 is founder, finance, and acquire cash flow. So when you start scaling or like multiplying your business, now you knew that your business is already working. So the more money you dump into the business, the faster you can grow the business. So for my business that do about $4 million per year, 30% of it is the product cost. So I would need to fund about $1 million, close to 1.2 million a year on the product itself. So make sure that after that's why a lot of founders, they do like crowdfunding, asking friend and family for money. You can ask for friend and family money, or you can do like OPM, other people money, the bank money, building relationship with bank, show them that your business is actually generate positive cash flow and they can lend you more money as like an interest rate. And then you can dump that. Let's say if you make 30% profit and the interest about, I would say 7%, you're still good on the 23%. In the game of business, you have to spend money to make money, okay? You have to spend money to make money. In this game, everyone want to be rich. Now this game become more competitive, so you got to spend money to make money. And number 18 is brand independent and expansion. So what we do is, like for the brand that I sold last year, we branch out. We're not only selling on Amazon, we also bring it to Shopify. We also bring it to Walmart. We also bring it to overseas to start selling it, because you have your own brand now. You can sell it multiple platforms and make a lot of money, and that would help you generate multiple income streams. You can even bring it to retail store. You can build a legacy that you can pass on to your children. And then if you ask me, is it worth it? I would say 100% worth it, because Amazon is the #1 marketplace right now. And you can teach whatever you learn right now to your student, to your son, your daughter, your sibling, so that they could start selling on Amazon in the future with you. And there's a website called Empire Flipper. Most of brand that we build with the intention to sell it. You can go on empireflipper.com. You can sell your brand for multiple 6 figures, 7 figure, 8 figure, and even 9 figure. Okay, so second part gonna be the cost. Okay, so the total cost for you to start this journey, I would say roughly about $6,000, and that will come with product cost and other fee. Okay, so let's say be more conservative. Maybe if you can do $8,000, that would be better. It gives you some room to wiggle. And for me, I do when I first start out my brand, I put everything on a credit card. Oh, this is my credit card stack right here. It's Chase, American Express. So if you live in America, learn the art of borrowing money to make money on Amazon. Okay, so if you have any question, comment down below. If you need help, comment down below. I'll be happy to help. And if you are interested in learning from us instead of going through the trial and the error, instead of wasting time, figure things out yourself, do all the research yourself. And if you prefer just to have a blueprint of exactly what we do, the step by step, and having us to hold you accountable on this journey with all the material that we have prepared, all the connection that we have vetted, and all of the lesson that we have learned and give it to you, and also like all the knowledge that I learned from my mentor, to give it to you in like a well packaged form that you can just follow step by step, just like exactly like school. We do have a program that would help you and guiding you through the journey. Okay, if you are interested in learning, you can book the link in the video description. We have an application that you can fill out to see if you can be a good fit for us, because we do not take a ton of students like other programs out there, because we do believe that quality can only be served when you don't have a ton of students. So if you want to learn more about the program, learn more about the benefit that we offer, and also having us to hold you accountable and looking through your shoulder and tell you exactly what you need to do to be successful on this journey, so that you don't have to waste, just like myself. In the past, before investing to a mentor, I lost over 15,000 in 6 months of my life. And I do have a lot of people that went through the same route, and all of they wish is to have a mentor. So if you're interested, apply to see if you can be a good fit. And if not, it's totally fine, okay? Because on this journey, you can still starting on yourself, and you can eventually make it to the finish line. It's just gonna be longer, most of the time about double the time, and you will pay for the lesson through the trial and error and the mistake. Okay? But overall, I hope that you learn a lot, and consider subscribe, like, and comment down below if you need any more help from me. And I'll see you in the next video. See ya.